Hi guys, welcome back to another episode. I'm Andrea.
And I'm Morgan, and this is Opinionated Moms.
Well, hello there. So we have a couple of things that we need to talk about. You have some headlines for us, huh?
Yes, we're going to talk about all the things. So much happening. Okay, first off, allegedly, always have to say
Allegedly.
allegedly, there
Okay.
is going to be a Housewives spinoff. Do you remember the show Wife Swap?
Yes, I was obsessed with that show.
Me too.
It
It was
was so
so good.
good.
It's going to
Yes.
be like a wife swap of Housewives, allegedly.
So like what does that concept look like?
I guess the same thing. It didn't really go into it too much, but it just says the wives will swap homes with each other for
What?
a short period of time. So
That's crazy.
they've got Wendy from Potomac, Emily from OC, Angie from Salt Lake, and Melissa from Jersey, supposedly already down for this. Honestly, I can't really see Wendy like volunteering to do this. I just feel like she would say no.
I think out of those three housewives, Emily would be the most like realist or chillest, if that makes sense. I don't
Yeah.
know if chillest is a word, but so you're telling me that these housewives, these bougie divas, are going to go. So Wendy is going to go from Potomac. Let's just say she lands in Emily's house, and she's supposed to be there with Shane for like whatever. Let's just say a week.
I think it's
And
like a week, yeah. A couple days or a week. That's what wife swap was. I think wife swap was a week.
yeah, that's interesting. I mean, I'm excited. I don't really see this working out. Like, I
I
don't
don't
think.
either.
I feel like the husbands are going to be uncomfortable. Joe's probably going to love it, Joe Gorga, because he's going to be
Yeah.
like cameras
He would
all up
be
on.
I feel like if I needed to swap, I would want to go to Melissa's house.
Oh, for sure. I would want to go to Melissa's house, but Melissa, I feel like would be a little diva wherever she goes, because that's just who she is. But I don't see Wendy. I don't see Wendy doing well. Um, like, yeah, that's interesting. Interesting.
I
Okay.
know. That's a lot to take in at one time.
I'm not sure how I feel about it being housewives. Like, I feel like if it was just more like, I don't know, regular moms, like, why can't it be just like regular women? Like, I liked seeing wife swap. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like, we all did.
They were so
But
like polar opposites when they would swap, but I feel like housewives, they're kind of like all the same.
yeah, and like, no one's gonna be honest on here. They're not gonna be real. I don't know. But okay, cool. I'm gonna tune in whenever
Yeah,
that
there's
does.
no like date for when it's supposed to come out, but it's like a concept in production, I guess, or whatever. So we'll
Um, yeah. Okay, cool.
all right, what else do we have? Okay, so it looks like Teresa and Louis are under investigation with the IRS, and it looks like the IRS director revealed the investigation into Teresa started after an IRS agent who was watching Jersey Housewives and saw her spending money on the show. And that's what led them to look into her. So that dismisses her claim that someone ratted out her and Joe Judice,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
basically proving she was just finding somebody to blame it on, I guess.
I mean, I you already know how I feel about Teresa, and I'm so
Yeah.
sorry for the people on here who are Teresa stans. I just that woman is just something else. My whole thing is like, why didn't she sign a prenup? You know how like when she got married to Louis and everybody was making it a big deal that she wasn't going to sign a prenup? Like, why wouldn't she do that? And wouldn't she
Oh,
have
but they didn't
learned
have that kind of money back then. I don't think. I mean, plus
with
it's like different when you're
with
younger with
Louis?
Joe. With Joe.
No, no, no. But with Louis, she didn't have a prenup and she
Oh, I
went to
thought you were
jail.
saying why didn't she
No,
sign
no, no, no,
it?
no. I understand the first time around, like prenups. I feel like prenups are still kind of taboo. If I'm being, I mean, I just feel, you know, like if my husband wanted a prenup, I'd be like, okay, like I wouldn't be mad about it. Um, but I feel like Teresa the second time around, why didn't she learn? She literally went to jail because of this stuff, and once again, she's in money problems. It's just that woman is just red flags, like red
Red
flags.
flag central.
Yeah. What do you think?
I mean, I definitely would have signed one, or asked my future spouse to sign one if I had money for somebody to try to take, you know? Like, I just feel like it makes sense.
Mhm.
I don't know. I don't understand why these people don't do it. Even on Love is Blind, when
Oh
Regina
yeah.
asked Devin for a prenup, you know, and they weren't, I mean, they weren't making tons of money. She was making six figures. He obviously was making nothing. But
She wanted to protect her assets because she's worked really hard and she's like, I don't want to just like I don't know this man like that. And she's like, I
right.
don't know what his finances are. So I totally get that, especially on that show where you don't really know those people yet, even though you're
Right.
in love with them.
I would do it. If I was on TV and I was a reality star, or even if I was just a regular person who had, like I said, who had money, I would for sure. Because
Yeah, no,
there's
I
no
would.
way.
I would like again if I was on TV, if I wasn't on TV, if my partner wanted to sign one, I would understand. I think at the end of the day, you're just protecting your assets, and I think there's more stuff that goes into a prenup. It's not just about money. You know what I mean?
Right.
So yeah, that's I hope that goes well for Teresa, but can't say I'm surprised.
Right. And it says that she's also accused of fabricating a $15,000 per month realtor salary and failing to pay taxes for 8 years, as she also blames her and Joe's prison time in the new documentary, which led me to wanting to watch Hollywood Demons.
Yes, we were
I didn't
talking
get
about
to
that.
yet. I
Yeah.
will definitely be watching that probably today. But
Okay.
I just want to dive deeper into it. See, like when stuff happens on these shows, like I'm gonna be honest, I don't really like look for details of it. I'm just like, wow, such and such is going to jail. That's crazy. And then like whatever they talk about on the show is usually what I hear.
Mm-hmm.
But now I'm kind of interested in this because I feel like this is like a repeat thing, you know?
And just like you would have thought they would learn from the first time, and it's like it broke her family. You know what I mean? Like it
Right.
broke her daughters. Her daughters went through something which was so tragic, and it was so sad. Her parents, it like I mean, may they rest in peace. But like her mother, like got sick, and anyway, so it's just I don't know. She's dumb. I'm sorry. I just can't stand Teresa. So for all the Teresa fans, I'm sorry. She's just not my cup of tea. Um.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Another show coming out is Real Housewives of Toronto. So I don't know if you know, but I didn't know Real Housewives of Toronto was a thing back in the day. And
Oh, no.
they only had one season. But now they are bringing back the Real
On
Housewives of
Bravo?
Toronto on Bravo.
Oh.
It says, okay, let me just read it. I can't see. I'm pretending that like a teleprompter. Like I can't see. Let's just be real. Okay. So it looks like there was a pilot episode that was filmed in December, or it ended in December. It's the same thing. It's featuring a friend group. They're bringing back only one person from the original cast, which is Roxy Earl. And they're also going to bring a couple of other new people. It says there's a beauty mogul named Natalie Gee. I don't know who that is. Do you?
I do not know who
Okay,
Natalie.
well, they're bringing her, and they're also bringing a singer, um, known as Kiki, who is Drake's Kiki when he made that song. That's his like teenage girlfriend. Like they were both popular local celebrities in Canada when they dated, and they
She's
dated for
joining the
years.
show?
No, this was like when they were younger, but this is like how she got known because
Oh,
like
oh,
so
oh.
she was a singer and he was on Degrassi.
Yeah, yeah,
They were
yeah.
dating, so they were like the Canadian it couple like back in
Mm-hmm.
the day. And they're still really close, but it says the show is set to premiere sometime in 2025. So we're gonna
Mm.
get another Housewives.
I like that because I feel like the Housewives, I'm like, there are so many that are, well, Jersey's on pause. I guess that's really the only one Dubai's on pause.
But I think they ended it, no? Or is it on pause?
I think it's just on pause right now. I mean, I don't think Bravo has officially said that like they ended the show.
Okay, because they
It,
ended London and then they brought Caroline from London
mhm.
to Dubai.
Yeah, but Yeah, I just feel like we don't have a lot of housewife shows going on right now, if I'm
Hmm.
being honest.
Need
Which,
a new city for sure. Um, they could
yeah,
do like Seattle. That's really all I thought about. They could do Vegas.
Vegas. I feel Vegas would be nice. What about like Nashville, somewhere in Tennessee?
They could do Nashville or Memphis. They tried Dallas. That didn't work very well.
Yeah, that didn't work out.
I don't know if the real southern areas would work because
Mm,
they are, yeah, I mean, it's just going to be Beverly Hills with southern people.
mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm-hmm.
they're all going to look alike. They're all going to sound alike. They're all going to dress
Yeah.
alike.
Yeah.
So,
Well, but yeah, so I'll definitely be tuning in. That's exciting whenever
yes,
that does come out.
I'm
Is that it
excited
for
for that.
headlines?
Okay, no, I actually have two really big ones. Okay.
Oh.
So, Emily, we love Emily from OC.
Mm-hmm.
So, remember when she got into that argument with Katie about her kids
Yeah.
saying that she hated Heather Dubrow?
Yeah, I remember.
Turns out they were telling the truth.
The
Okay.
kids? It was
Vindication for Katie's daughter. What was Katie's daughter's name? I don't remember. But, she kept saying, like, no, your kids told me this. And, Emily went hard at Katie on the reunion. So
yeah.
her ex nanny DM'd a blogger, and I will link this for you guys in the description box below if you want to go look at it. So she DM'd, she says, hi, Katie. First off, um, we love you, blah, 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 blah. So this is,
Does Emily's ex nanny DMs Katie?
yes, and Katie sent
Okay.
it to the blogger. Okay, so she said, um, if you want to share this with your daughter, I want you to know she's not crazy. I used to nanny for Emily Simpson's kids, and they always talked about how Emily and her hated Heather. Annabelle would give me all the juicy gossip, blah, 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 blah. And it's kind of long. It just goes on to explain Emily is lying. She also sent pictures of her with the children to prove that she does know these people and that she did work for them. But she said she doesn't work for them anymore because she moved out of the state. So I was like, dang, girl.
Did Emily write tweet on it or like respond back to
Emily
it?
has not responded.
I I always thought that Katie was not lying about that.
No.
Like, and I was like, Emily, why are you so pressed that like you're so angry? And I like Emily, but she's angry because she's like, oh crap, my kids just outed me. You know what I mean? But like
Yeah.
your kids are sponges. They're going to repeat. They're not just gonna like, I mean, yes, kids make up stuff all the time, mind you. But like, yeah.
That's a real
So
random thing to
I
make up.
wonder if that's gonna be part of the season two, or if they're gonna discuss it on the reunion.
I hope so. I hope so.
Yeah.
But I'll link that for you guys so you can look at the screenshot yourselves. Okay, last big thing. So PK has a new girlfriend and Dorit officially filed for divorce.
Good for her.
Yes, because there are pictures of him with his new girlfriend. They're like making out, holding hands. They're on some date somewhere. Um, it says he was caught dating and kissing reality TV star Shayna Wall.
I don't know. What has she been on? I just honestly don't know what she's
I
been
have no
on.
idea. I have no idea who that is.
She kind of looks like Dorit a little bit,
She
doesn't she?
does.
Like a younger, like I'm just confused. And how did that man get her? Like I'm just what
Even when I first saw them together, I was like, how did they end up together? You remember when Kathy Hilton said during the season, she was like, PK's like got to be 60 or 70, and they were like,
yeah,
what are
she
you
goes,
talking about?
I
He was
thought he was 65
like,
when you
I
said
thought he was
it.
62. I was like, dang, oh. Okay.
Kathy in that
I
scene
thought I
though.
was being generous.
Yeah. Kathy in that scene, I loved her there when she was like, but he's
Yes.
a good dad, right? No.
She's like, oh, like
That was
I tried to give him something.
yeah, I know. I think that's weird. Do you think that's also not that it's staged, but like, do you think it's real that he's actually in a like, I don't know. I
I
just
don't know
don't
if he's
know.
in a relationship. I definitely believe that he's dating, just like Mauricio is dating, because the way that men and women handle breakups is so different. Like when men handle breakups, they typically are like quick to go out and like try to party, try to get their minds off the woman. They immediately go out
Mhm.
and try to find somebody else. the woman usually takes time to like process things and work through it. And then after
Mhm.
a couple of weeks or months, they're usually switched. Now the woman is going out and hanging out, and the man's like, dang, it's
Yeah.
really hitting me. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I 100% believe that. Um, but yeah, I don't know if they're actually. Oh, she was on Amazing Race, Shayna
Oh,
Wall.
I don't.
I never
Oh,
watched
I
it.
started watching the first season, but I've literally haven't even passed like episode 4. But I was dying when I was
Yeah.
watching it with my husband. But I mean, good for Dorit that she filed because I think she should. I mean, but I feel like they've prolonged that because of money situations. You know what I mean? I mean,
Mhm.
not that I know, I'm not in their business, but like, why has she stayed? I mean, he's not even home. Like when they were like together, he was always traveling. He was always away. So
I
like,
mean,
what?
I feel like you can't tell someone when to do something. Like everybody hits their breaking point at a different time. So
True.
I've learned that the older I got, like with friends going through different relationship situations and, going through my own stuff. But I don't know. So I can't say like, oh, girl, you should have like filed a long time ago or whatever. But I don't know, but she is requesting spousal support. That might be why she was holding out because I guess in California you have to
Oh,
be
that's
together for
right.
10 years. So
Yeah.
they're just hitting their 10-year mark. Um, and she requested spousal support, but I don't know if does he have it to give?
That's what I'm saying. I'm just like it like yeah, I don't know, but I'm glad that she filed.
Yeah. So
And
I
I
guess
hope she
that will
gets a
be her
like
storyline
yeah,
next
no,
season.
yeah. But yeah, no, th those are good. Now we can discuss Atlanta.
Yes, let's get into it.
Cool. This episode, first of all, their outfits for Nashville, I just want to say like, woo!
They were so good.
So good. So good. Spicy. I liked all of Portia's looks. I just want to start off by saying that. Um, but this episode, I don't even know what to think about it. Like, I'm just
All right, let's go through it like piece by piece, okay? Because I
okay.
feel like there was so much. Okay, so well, I'm trying to go in chronological order. I can't even remember. Okay, so they're there. Drew shows up. So I think Drew should have come in and immediately went to go talk to Porsha. If it was me and I was Drew and I'm going on, whether I agree with why Porsha is angry or not, I'm on her birthday trip. I would have walked in, I would have greeted whoever I saw, and I would have been like, "Where's Porsha?" I would have come in humbly. Maybe I would have had flowers delivered to the house, or I would have had like some sort of little gift because it's her birthday. And I
Mhm.
would have said, "Good morning. Listen, I just want you to know I'm here for your day. I don't want to make any drama. Whatever you want me to do, I will do. Cool?" And then that's it.
I
And
agree.
I just probably would have kept my opinions to myself for the next 24 hours.
It makes me think that Drew just doesn't care about Portia's feelings at all about this, if I'm being honest, because I feel the same way. Like, I mean, I'm someone who especially knowing if I'm not really like on good terms with that person, but I'm still coming on their trip, like it's the right thing to do. Don't you have some manners? It makes me think just Drew just does not care.
Yeah,
But Drew also came in and I feel like she looked a little like uncomfy and
for sure.
maybe she wasn't ready to like address Portia just yet because she's like, maybe Portia won't like, will turn her down. But I agree. She should have been
But
like,
if
hey,
you're gonna go on the trip, you got to suck it up and you got to come to
yep,
the
I
house
agree.
and
I
you got to be
agree.
humble. And now, I mean, it's up to Portia where they go from there, but Drew should have come in and
Yeah,
been
I agree.
humble
I
for
agree.
sure.
I agree. Okay, and then what happens next?
Then they went on their separate days or
Mhm.
like, their outings. So they went to Coyote Ugly and the bartending.
I didn't realize how small the group is. Like I felt like when it was just Portia Kelly and Shamia, I was like where are the rest of the girls? Um, and I wonder why the production likes to split them up. Like it would have been fun if they were all at Coyote Ugly, or I think it would have been fun if they were all at
I think it
Nash.
gives them a chance to talk shit about each other.
Yeah, true. Actually, I guess. Um, How did you feel when Angela and Britt they were having that discussion of like, how Britt felt like not heard by the girls?
I feel like it was typical Brit. Like she's calling Angela out for being a victim, Meanwhile, ma'am, you wrote the book on how to be a victim, okay?
Yep,
And Angela still apologized,
she did.
said, I'm sorry, you felt that way. I'm sorry I made you feel that way, because that's an apology. Like, I'm sorry
Hmm.
I made you feel that way. I didn't mean to. Let's start
Hmm.
over. Let's move forward. And Britt never returned the apology.
She did not. She did
She
not.
she was like, and then Cynthia to jump in and be like, well, you can't tell her how to come into a brunch that's for her after something traumatic like that happening. I absolutely can, because you are responsible for your emotions, okay?
Cynthia wasn't even there at that brunch.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Like, no, you are responsible for your emotions, and she came in way hot and heavy, super rude, super disrespectful. That's why they got into an argument in the first place. Angela's just asking, like, oh my gosh, like your license is getting revoked. Why? What do
Hmm.
you mean? Why? Blah, 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 blah. Man.
Yeah, yeah. No, and I think that Angela has always been like the few instances that we've seen, her and Shamia have been able to make up. When Britt calls her out, Angela's like, you know what, I'm sorry. So I really do like how, even though she's a little messy because she brought in Drew, but I feel like she takes accountability and she's like, all right, cool, like let me say my piece and let's find a way to move forward. Um, and Britt, I think, was just trying to have a moment. I think she was just trying to have a moment, and Angela was like, I'm just gonna say I'm sorry. And even Drew was like, okay, like, did you see Drew? Like her faces were like, that's still my friend, and it's like, anyways, so
Yeah.
that was that. Okay, and then what else happens?
So
So
then
they all,
they went back to the house. Shamia, and when she was crying on the bus on the
oh
way,
yeah,
that
yeah,
was heartbreaking. Like, I had no
yeah,
idea she went through that, and that was just so
yeah.
sad to see.
It was sad and I just love how vulnerable and real Shamia is. Like even when cameras are on, because I just feel like these are situations that so many women can relate to. And again, I feel like it's just making her, like us as the audience, feel more connected, more vulnerable, more real, more authentic. You know what I mean? So it's like I just love her. I
Yeah.
just love her, and I hope she doesn't change. I hope the show doesn't change her. Yeah, because yeah, her story was sad, and it was nice to see though all the girls kind of rally up there for her.
Hmm.
Um,
Even
like
Porsha.
even Portia. Then they get back to the house, and they're all kind of doing their thing before dinner. And then it's so funny because Portia's outfit before she comes down, I was like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. I love it. She comes down in all black and like in flats, like flat sandals. It was still a cute outfit, but I was
It
like,
was like super basic. It was like a house dress
oh
compared
my
to
gosh.
what
I
she
was
was
like,
wearing.
oh my gosh. And I love how Shimmy knew right away. She's like, uh-oh. She's like, something's about to go down. Something's not good.
Right.
But how did you feel with Portia? I liked how she didn't lose it. But I feel like when she's like, it's not bothering me, I'm not bothered, I'm not bothered. It's like, girl, it's bothering you. Can you just please tell Drew, like, it makes you mad that you are filming with her baby daddy? Like, let's just, like, we all know. And I feel like Portia's kind of, I don't know, I feel like she's being a little princess.
Yeah.
I don't
She
know.
did she ever say to Drew, I don't want you to film with Dennis? Or did she just
No.
say that to Dennis?
She just said it to Dennis, and I don't know if you watch the after shows because I do. And she told Portia said on the after show that the issue is not with Drew because
Right.
it's not for Drew to take. It is the issues that she has. She's going to take it up with Dennis, which she's basically told him. She's like, I'm not going to start arguing with a girl when it's not her fault. But I'm like, but you're
But
treating her
she's
like
being
crap,
really passive.
so passive. And Drew has tried multiple times to be like, let's squash it. Let's just end this. Like, please. And Portia's like, no. And I'm like, Portia, what are you doing? I feel like I don't know. I don't know. What do you
I feel
think?
like Drew is such a random person to take it out on, because I feel like Drew is not a threat. Like, not to minimize her position on the show or anything, but it's just like, if I was on Housewives, I'm like if I had to pick an enemy like to prove myself against, it's not going to be Drew.
I will say though, I'll be honest. If this were me and this was my friend, and all of a sudden I know that she's filming with like my baby daddy, I mean, I'd be like, we're not friends, but I would tell you, like, we're not friends. And I would tell you, like, I can't do this with you anymore. You know what I mean? Like, we could film on the show to be cool, but like, you're not a friend to me. Like, I wouldn't be okay with it. So I just want Portia to come out and be like, I'm not cool with it. She says it on the after shows. She says it in her confessionals, but why can't she say it to Drew's face?
Yeah. I feel like I mean, Drew obviously knows she has a problem with her, but I feel like there was no real, this is why I'm upset. It's just like, you're fake, you're phony, like, you're this, you're that. But she didn't actually say the real reason. She only said it to Dennis. But honestly, I don't agree with why she's upset. I think it sounds petty. I think it sounds immature. He's not taking her out on dates or anything like that. Like, they're literally
But
making music.
yeah, well, allegedly, like Drew and him have done stuff.
Allegedly. But even Portia said that she's not really like sure about that or whatever. I think she's just hyping up the rumor. Like she's just like, well, I can't say what did or did not happen, you know? Like I know that he likes this, so maybe she did do that.
Bottom line is, Portia is hurt. She
Yes.
just can't admit it. And
Yes.
she's doing all these extra things, being so dramatic, being so petty, and like just so extra for no reason. Just say your feelings are hurt. You're going through a lot in your personal life as currently that this feels like backstabbing from your baby daddy and a person who you thought was a friend, and your feelings are hurt. Just say that. Just say that. But I
Yeah.
think she's a Cancer. I think she's a Cancer. Let me Google her birthday. I mean, I still love her, but it's just her energy is weird. Um,
Is.
and how
Um,
about
Go ahead.
the ending of this episode?
Listen. Listen. Now, so far, Kelly has been in the middle, right? Like she hasn't been on really one side or the other for most of the arguments. So I
Hmm.
feel like if Kelly came forward and said, Portia said, you better watch out before I F your husband, she really said that. And I'm not going to give an excuse of why Angela might have been recording. Maybe she was recording because obviously production wasn't rolling at that point in time. If
Hmm.
they were, then they would have just showed the cameras and not her cell phone footage, you know?
Hmm.
But maybe that's why. Because she knows, she has common sense that there, like at this point with Housewives, it's all about the proof. And it's all about what was done on camera versus off camera. So, girl, let me tell you something. The way I would have flew down them steps, okay? Portia might have drowned on her birthday, child. I tell you.
I,
Enjoyed it. It's your last one.
you know, I'm like truly kind of disgusted with the fact that I know Portia was, drinking and whatnot, but she said that. And even if it was a joke, that's a really cruel, sick joke to make. Like,
I would
I'm
never
really
be friends with
disgusted.
her.
I would
Never.
never be friends with her. And I root for Portia. I'm like, I like Portia. I'm like, I feel like she's a girl's, I thought she was a girl's girl. But man, to make a comment like that, like I might end up sleeping with your man, like when all these rumors are out there about her, and it's like, and I'm like, I feel like there is some truth to that. I
We
feel like she
knew.
really would.
We knew that she stole that girl's husband. We knew that. Let me tell you when I knew. I gave her the benefit of the doubt, right? Until she tried to explain it. And her explanation for taking Fallon's husband was that she heard that Fallon and Simon were getting a divorce. So she DM'd Simon to ask him if he was okay and if he was, gonna be all right or needed emotional support. Girl, you don't know that man. You don't know that man from Adam. Okay. So why are you DMing him? That sounds utterly ridiculous.
I mean, I I give props to Angela for sticking it through, and the next day, like, man, the way I'd be like, I mean, that first of all, I don't handle conflict well, but I'd be like, I'm out. I don't want to do this. Like, if girls are gonna come for my marriage and actually say out loud on like not on camera, but they're gonna say amongst themselves like I could take her man, I could go sleep with him. I'd be like, actually, no, I don't need this. I don't need to expose myself to this. Like, and I feel like Angela's alone. She only has Drew, and Drew's on the outside with Portia too. So I'm like, I
That's super frustrating. But yeah, I would have to let Portia know something. And you know what? If you're proud of the fact that you can go around sleeping with a bunch of men, that's wonderful. Let's make a poster board of you.
married men
Okay.
or
Yes. You and Britt on the same level, boo. The
mm,
same level.
mm.
You just found out how many days are in a year. Like, don't try this with me. She pissed me
Yeah,
off so bad when she
yeah.
did that.
I know. It was honestly, it was I was so like I'm always team Portia, and for this I just could not. I feel like I'm seeing her this season in just a whole different way. I was so excited for her to come back and just be like the fun, down to earth, loyal, like good time girl, and I'm like you're far from it this whole
Yes.
season. Like you're a snake.
And she got a lot to say about Angela's husband, considering, girl, you've had two husbands and a fiance who you couldn't make it work with. So
Yep.
don't even. You of
Mm-hmm.
anyone should be having empathy and sympathy for
Mm-hmm.
Angela in her situation. If these rumors about Charles are true, you shouldn't be adding to it. Okay.
Yep.
I know
Yeah.
she's frustrated about the Drew thing, but first of all, you're on a reality show. That's always Portia's first thing whenever she's in an interview. Well, we're on a reality show. We're on a reality show. Okay, well then you should
Yep.
know you're on a reality show and you should
Yeah.
go along with it. She made me so bad, bro.
No, I know, and I'm just like for Kelly to be able to be like, yeah, like she said that, like she was like, wow, like no, no, no. I wonder what Shamia thought when she heard it. If she did hear it, what did
Yeah,
all the other girls hear? What did Cynthia? Oh no, Cynthia wasn't there. They didn't show Cynthia anymore. But like,
right.
it's just I don't know. So for next week's episode, and then I just wish Angela when they show. Did you see the sneak peek for next week?
Hmm.
When she's talking to Charles, I'm interested to see how that talk is. Um, because I don't know, there's just something I feel like Angela is a good wife. And from what I see from the outside looking in, and I feel like that woman has gone through things. Not like I know, but I just hope that Charles isn't like, oh, but like Portia's cute, like she's good looking in the back of his head. Because I don't know. I don't trust him. I don't
I mean,
trust
I
him.
don't trust him either, and I don't know. I feel like Angela's playing the part for the show.
Playing what part?
Just the shady, sneaky
Oh,
part.
absolutely. I,
Like,
I,
I don't
I,
feel like she's done anything. What she's no Kenya,
no.
like she hasn't done anything crazy. She's
Mm-hmm.
just like, I mean, it's no different than Kelly being on her first episode going, so why'd you steal that man? You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? Like, there's, or
Hmm.
like Drew sitting down with Britt saying, well, did you sell the cat?
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
there's
Mm-hmm.
no different of
There
her
is no
being like,
difference.
well, I think Drew should be here. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's no different. She's
It's,
stirring the pot. That's what they all do. Portia just
yep.
can't handle it. And
Can't handle it when it comes to her life. She
right.
just wants to talk about other people and make stuff up about other people and then make wild accusations or remarks of like, I'm gonna take your man. It's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. But like episodes ago, you were like, what Kenya did was disgusting. What you're doing is just as disgusting, in my opinion. Like making a joke to your girlfriends that you're about to go sleep with that woman's husband.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just like, stay away from me. You aren't ever gonna come around my man. Ever.
Yeah. Yeah. But the
Um,
consensus online is pretty much like people can't stand Portia's demeanor on the show now. They don't like her as much as they did back in the day. Like her comeback is a flop. Like that's pretty much all I see everywhere,
mhm.
like on threads and Instagram and stuff like that. So,
Yeah, and I need to watch What Happens Live because I didn't watch that, but it was her and Giselle on it.
oh yeah,
And
I meant to watch and I
and I
forgot.
know I love their banter. But yeah, so I'm excited to see next week's episode. I feel like the season's kind of getting a little like it's getting heated,
It
you
was a
know?
slow start, but
It's a
yeah.
slow start. I'm excited to see, not excited. I'm anxious to see the downfall between Shamia and Portia because as of right now, Shamia is still riding hard for Portia. So I'm like, what is it? When is it going to happen? And it's going to be bad because I'm we know we're not going to be Team Portia on this.
Oh, friend, they always say if you want to test your friendship, you should have a baby or get married. I definitely think a divorce is up there as well. So those are three major life events
Mm,
that will test your friendship. And I feel like right now, Shamia, they're kind of going through most of those things. Portia's getting a divorce.
hmm
Shamia it has a sick child, and she's
Yeah.
trying to have another child. So their friendship is definitely being tested. They already had issues when Shamia got married because remember she said Portia didn't come to one of her wedding ceremonies. So
hmm
the friendship is definitely being tested. But
Yeah.
yeah,
But I'm excited though for to see the rest of this season. So that'll be it for today. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Let us know in the comments down below what you guys think, what you guys want to see. Don't forget to subscribe, like, save, share, send it to a friend, rewatch it 10 times.
yeah.
Thank you guys.
And follow us on all the things Instagram, TikTok. Watch our YouTube shorts because you guys are blowing up the comments over there. I love it. Definitely follow us on Threads. I love all the conversations. And tell us what other shows you're watching so we can get into some more stuff because right now we only have Real Housewives of Atlanta, and that's not fun. So,
Yeah.
thank you guys. Bye.
Bye.